Hello and welcome back to Blue Geek Reviews and indeed the second episode of Blue Geek Sports. And again, like I said on Thursday when I introduced this segment, this is going to be focusing on football and American football throughout the year. And of course, at the moment, the World Cup is on, so this episode is going to be a review of the first weekend's action and a little preview to what's to come today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So, the World Cup kicked off on Thursday with the host nation Russia against Saudi Arabia. Explosive start. Russia completely dominant, cruised to a 5-0 win. Saudi Arabian side were poor, one of the poorest showings by a team in a World Cup in a long time. In fact, Russia didn't even seal victory until very late in the game. Found two goals coming from the 88th minute, something like that. But they did score some really good goals, Russia, and were fully deserving of that first win. I'm just looking at my my wall chart here just to know which games are what. So then the first proper day of the tournament kicked off on Friday with Egypt against Uruguay. Egypt left Mo Salah on the bench even though he's past fifth for the game, and that may be a mistake because they really played well. Uruguay were out of sorts for most of the game. They still had the better chances, but they were never looking likely to break through the Egyptians until they got a corner in the 87th minute, and they did score from that to break Egyptian hearts. It was fully undeserved, in my opinion, because Uruguay just didn't look like the team that performed really well in the last World Cup. After that, it was one of the lesser fancy games of the tournament, Morocco against Iran. Morocco were the better team by far in this game. Iran did play well, but Morocco should have really won comfortably. As it turned out, Iran stole only their second World Cup win, the first one since they beat the USA in '98, when they won a corner in stoppage time and unfortunately a Morocco defender headed into his own net. But then came the game of the day, and the game everyone will be talking about for years to come. And there's the incredible Portugal-Spain game. Got off to a flying start. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring a penalty in the 3rd minute to give the European champions the lead. Spain equalised through a brilliantly worked goal from Atletico Madrid's Diego Costa. He bundled off Pepe off the ball. Some complaints he used his arm, but I think Pepe should have been a bit stronger. Costa led the Spanish defence merry dance before finally slotting home. Ronaldo goes second of the game as his shot somehow squirmed through David De Gea's hands and through his legs. That was pretty much right on the stroke of half time. But Spain launched an incredible turnaround. Costa equalised with his second of the game with a tap in from a corner, and then Nacho scored his first international goal with a absolute thunderbolt. Just hit it first time, swerved, keeper had no chance. I was looking like Spain was going to hang on for the victory, and then Portugal got a free kick in the 9 minutes, and you know who? Cristiano Ronaldo, just incredible. He bashed the free kick over the wall into the top corner. Portugal got a draw. Draw was a fair result. It was a fantastic game. One of the best World Cup games I've seen in a long time. So that was Friday's action. Saturday's action I missed quite a fair bit of due to being in work. I've seen the goals from all the games, so can't really say how the game was, just what happened based on the results. France where they created a bit of history by becoming the first team in the World Cup to be awarded a decision by VAR, and that was when they were given a penalty for a foul on Antoine Griezmann. It still looked a little bit dodgy, but they gave it, and it was Griezmann himself who stepped up and scored. Uh, Australia equalised from penalty of their own for a handball by Tite, I think his name is. I think that's how you pronounce it. Needless handball. I don't know why he was thinking doing that. But Mil Jedinak of Aston Villa buried the penalty to bring Australia level. And then France got another technology decision as Paul Pogba's shot cannoned off the bar and over the line and was given by the goal line technology to give France the victory. Second game of the day was one of the shocks of the tournament so far. Argentina being held to a 1-0 draw by Iceland on their World Cup debut. Sergio Aguero had given Argentina the lead with a really good goal. Turned on the proverbial sixpence, as the saying goes, and fired it into the net. Iceland equalised through Alfred Finnbogason, who tapped in after Gylfi Sigurdsson's shot was blocked. And then Leo Messi, of all players, missed a chance to give Argentina the win, as his penalty was saved. So Iceland held on for a very deserved point by all accounts. Denmark beat Peru in the third game of the day. Peru had the penalty given on the VAR and missed it. Denmark scored through Poulsen, I think his name was. So their European experience shone through there. But the one game of the day that I did actually watch on Saturday was the Croatia-Nigeria game. And Nigeria were pretty much a shadow of the team that had gave England a torrid time at Wembley in the second half of their friendly a couple of weeks back. It was a poor game, a poor, dull game. But Croatia won out an own goal that was from a mishit shot by Mario Mandzukic and a Luka Modric penalty sealing victory for the Croats. And then yesterday's action, again, I missed two of the games because of work. Serbia beat Costa Rica in the first game thanks to a brilliant free kick from Alexander Kolarov. The game of the day yesterday was the opening game of the World Cup for world champions Germany. It was they were beaten by Mexico, which was somewhat of a surprise. Having Lozano with the goal. He's been linked with a move to my team, Everton. And from the few clips I have seen of the game, he looks really impressive. But the game I did watch last night was Brazil against Switzerland. Actually, I was combining watching that game with watching the WWE NXT Takeover show, which was slightly confusing for me. But this was a decent game. Brazil took the lead from a brilliant strike from Felipe Coutinho, who killed a shot in off the post. Switzerland equalised in the second half with a header from the corner. Brazil had chances, but just couldn't find that breakthrough. So that's how things have been over the weekend in the World Cup. Tonight and tomorrow conclude the group stage, the first part of the group stage. This afternoon, the first game of the day is the second game in Group F as Sweden take on South Korea. Sweden should win that game, but you can't count out the South Koreans given their past in this tournament. Second game begins Group G as Belgium take on World Cup debutants Panama. Again, Belgium should win that comfortably, especially with the quality of talent they have. But you never know with this tournament. And then finally, as you can see, I'm wearing the Three Lions. It's England's kickoff. We take on Tunisia. That's the final game of the day. From all accounts, the squad has been positive. The camp has been really good. It's just a question of seeing how Gareth Southgate will line up tonight. What we do know is the line will be led by captain Harry Kane. Hopefully he can fire a few goals to get England off to a good start. And tomorrow I will be missing a couple of the games tomorrow as I'm doing some overtime and work. The two games I will be missing are the final games of the first stage of the groups, as Colombia meet Japan in the first kickoff. Again, another one we'd have to go with form, and that will be Colombia, especially considering they have one of the best young players in world football in James Rodriguez. And then Poland begin their campaign against Senegal in the second game of the day. Again, you'd fancy Poland considering they have Robert Lewandowski in their side. But Senegal are no mugs. They have plenty of Premier League experience, especially with Liverpool's Sadio Mane. And then the final game of the day kicks off the second part of the group stage as host Russia take on Egypt. I will be able to watch that game. Mo Salah should start that one for Egypt, and I think that's the potential to be a really good game. Russia can effectively clinch their place in the knockouts if they win. An Egypt win will put pressure on Uruguay to get a result, which they should do in the second game of the day on Wednesday against Saudi Arabia. The other games on Wednesday are the two games in Group B. I I missed that Uruguay game, by the way. I am working again on Wednesday. I also missed the Portugal-Morocco game, which starts the day off. And I will miss the first half of the final game of the day between Iran and Spain, as I won't be getting home till around 8 o'clock, so I'll only get to see the second half of that. Or you'd have to go with form on them three games. Triple win, Portugal, Uruguay and Spain. But anything can happen with the World Cup. So that is my quick review and quick preview of the World Cup action. I'll be back on Thursday with a roundup of the Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday action. I'm looking ahead to the second weekend of the tournament. Until then, like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I've been the Blue Geek. This has been Blue Geek Sports. And I will see you on Thursday.